Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I was gonna start earlier and then I ended up having to go to the grocery store and everything. So 5 o'clock just worked out better. Lazy llama, take care of yourself. I hope you feel better. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about today. I'm gonna just get right into it. Okay. Physical attacks on power substations in multiple states. There have been physical attacks on power substations in multiple states in recent months, according to a new report. About 35,000 people in North Carolina's Moore County remain without power on Wednesday after the substations were damaged in what authorities described as a targeted attack at the weekend. Authorities said the outages began on Saturday after one or more people drove up to the substations, breached the gates, and opened fire on them. Moore County Chief Deputy Richard Manis told Newsweek on Tuesday that the investigation remains ongoing. Power companies in Oregon and Washington have reported physical attacks on substations using hand tools, arson, firearms, and metal chains, possibly in response to an online call for attacks on critical infrastructure. In recent attacks, criminal actors bypassed security by cutting the fence links, lighting nearby fires, shooting equipment from a distance, or throwing objects over the fence and onto equipment. But the bottom, they're just without power. So I'm saying, everybody should just make sure they're prepared, like they have plenty of food and water if something like that does happen. Because, there's people doing it in a bunch of different states, and you never know if it could happen. You know what I'm saying? So we just need to be prepared for that. That's ridiculous, too. That is ridiculous. Hey, Ashley. Hey, GOP Nick, hoping for answers. Mary Thomas, welcome. Okay. That is crazy. All right. Sleeping dad hears noise in attic, so he installs camera and catches creepy neighbor spying. You expect your home to be a sanctuary. This is where you go to escape all of the burdens and stresses of the outside world. It's a private space, and only people you invite inside are people you really trust. All right, but one couple's home was breached, and who knows how long they were being spied on. Jerome and Ashley Kennedy were mortified to find out that their neighbor, 69-year-old Robert Havrilla, was watching them and their baby after he gained access to their attic. Jerome Kennedy was sleeping one day when he heard strange noises coming from the space. He then saw a light shining through a pipe above his head. Unsure of what to make of the noises and the light, he installed a camera in the attic. What it recorded was disturbing. It allegedly showed their neighbor poking around the small space with a power drill in hand. According to reports, Havrilla was renovating his own space next door to the Kennedy home, and he'd installed a removable wall to gain access to their attic. But that wasn't all. Kennedy discovered that Havrilla had apparently drilled multiple holes in a common wall in order to spy on the family. The neighbor was arrested and pleaded not guilty to charges of trespassing and stalking. I mean, that is so crazy. Inside your house. I mean, what is wrong with people? Hey, Caleb. Hey, Sugar. Hey, CY Kyle. And I am going to pull up the videos that I tried showing y'all the other day, and it wouldn't let me. Hey, Suzanne. So you guys don't miss those. Did you guys see? Look at this video. This raccoon tried to attack this little girl. There's been a lot of animal attacks on people. Heroic mother comes to the rescue after raccoon attacks 5-year-old daughter. She was just leaving to go get on the school bus. It'll show the video in just a second. And this freaking huge raccoon just came out of nowhere and started attacking her. All right, here's the video.
All right, we are here with Alexandra Mathichuk, a lawyer, human rights activist, and director of the Center for Civil Liberties, whose organization has just won the Nobel Peace Prize. Alexandra, thanks for joining us.
Nice to meet you.
One message you have is that Ukraine needs more weapons. Some might say it's a bit odd for a Nobel Peace Prize winner to be talking about trying to obtain more
I don't know where
weapons
that's coming from.
That does seem a contradiction.
I can understand this. It's a really weird situation. And I'm angry that I'm in a situation
Hear that?
and I have no legal instrument to stop Russian atrocities. It's not okay.
That's crazy. That poor little girl. That's what I said. I go, that mom, holy, you see the way she just grabbed that thing? All right, hold on a sec. Let me pull up. Okay. This is your brain on TikTok is the name of the video.
Things I just don't understand. The wind. What is it? What is wind? I don't get it, never will. Many. Why don't they just print loads of many off? Why? Then no one would be poor. I just don't get it. The world. How is it one of the smallest planets? But then 9 billion people live on it. And animals. Don't get it. How? Why? Electricity. I know it comes from the pylons, but how does it get to the pylons? What? Bit confusing. We'll never understand that. The number 11. Why is it called 11 and not 21? 22, 33, 20. 11. Who thought of that? Don't like it. The ocean. How is it so deep? Why is it so deep? Don't get it. I just don't understand space. I just don't get it. What? It just confuses me. Name of things. Who looked at something and was like, that's the sky? What?
Yep. So there's that. Yeah, I would have had to. I know that freaking raccoon. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, let me pull up. I know I have another one. It was a fox though. I know. I was laughing so hard when I saw that video. I could not stop laughing. I was like, oh my God. We wonder what's wrong with the world. I know. Math. These are, yeah, that's the future. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay, here's the video I tried to play with you guys the other day. All right. Check this out. Look what this couple has to deal with.
Close to your wife, if you could take it out of the store.
No.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Then?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
You're very close.
Because I'm hugging my wife?
Hold on. I got to mute my thing. I keep forgetting to do that. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Need to be that close to your wife, if you could take it out of the store.
No.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Then?
People are uncomfortable because you're very close.
Because I'm hugging my wife?
Because you're very close behind her, it makes them uncomfortable.
Look, I'm hugging my wife. I'm hugging my wife.
They're uncomfortable
and
because
I'm getting told
your genitals rubbing against her.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm hugging my wife. This is my wife.
I
She's not a
understand.
stranger from the street. I'm allowed to hug my wife.
You are, but
Yeah.
there is a
What is the problem?
There's
We're in a
decency in
store
public.
looking to buy stuff.
Yes, and people
Okay.
are uncomfortable.
Who's uncomfortable?
Several people have already come to me complaining.
Okay, good. Let them complain.
And
I have the
that's-
right to hug my wife. If you don't like it, call security, call the cops. That's fine.
If
I have
that
no
is what you
problem.
would prefer,
No,
I'm just
whatever you
asking
want to
to
do,
have a
whatever
little
you
bit
want
of
to do,
separation.
you do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm not destroying your store. I'm
No.
not stealing.
No,
So
but
I
you
have
are
the right
making
to.
other shoppers uncomfortable by
I
being
don't care.
physically close
I
to your
don't
wife
care.
like that.
Have them look the other way. They don't have to look at me. I have the right to do what I want to do. I'm hugging my wife. If a cop comes to me, I'm going to say I'm hugging my wife. I'm not banging her. I'm not having sexual relations with her. What's the problem?
The problem is different people are.
Then have them look the other way, ma'am. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Is that not insane? I would have flipped out on that lady for real. I would have been like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what it has come to with people. It's so crazy. So crazy. I mean, wow. Wow. All right. On to the next thing. Good Lord. All right. New York City woman tries to kidnap 5-year-old boy in front of parents on Brooklyn Street. A woman is wanted in New York City after grabbing a 5-year-old boy walking with his parents on a street corner and attempting to kidnap him. The incident happened around 5:40 p.m. Monday on the corner of Lafayette Avenue and Flatbush Avenue. The unknown female picked up the child and ran about 10 steps before dropping the boy and fleeing on foot towards State Street. The boy was unharmed during the ordeal and was reunited with his parents. This is an image of the woman. Not a very good picture. You know, it amazes me with the pictures that they come out with. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as technology is, and this is the picture that we get. Authorities asked anyone with information about the incident to call the NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline at 1-800-577-TIPS. It's 1-800-577-8477. Right when he was walking with his parents. That's crazy. All right, hold on. Let me close some of these out. So, are you guys all ready for Christmas? You guys got all your shopping done? Are you all ready? Are all your decorations up? I'm just closing out of these real quick. Okay. Hey, Lassie. Oh, yes, Caleb. Yeah, but the crime is everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. Like, crime is up everywhere. No, me neither. Me neither. I know. My kids are like, oh, they've been counting down for Christmas for a day, for months. But I'm like, damn, it's already so close. Oh, tell your mom, GOP Nick, tell your mom we said happy birthday. Oh, Lazy Llama, that was so nice of you. Nope, gave tree money to family that didn't have heat. That was so nice of you. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you guys were following it. I was not really following it like all that closely, but the judge declared a mistrial in the Danny Masterson rape case. Now, I don't know if a lot of you know, but he was involved in Scientology, and so were the women who accused him. They were also in Scientology. And I don't know what happened, but judge declared a mistrial. A judge declared a mistrial Wednesday in the Danny Masterson case after the jury was unable to reach a verdict. That 70s show star had pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of felony R following accusations by 3 different women. The alleged attacks took place between 2001 and 2003. On count 1, 2 jurors voted for guilty and 10 voted for not guilty. On count 2, 4 voted for guilty and 8 voted for not guilty. 5 voted for guilty and 7 for not guilty on count 3. The 3 alleged victims were members of the Church of Scientology, as was Masterson. All 3 women said they were initially hesitant to speak to law enforcement because they said church teachings discouraged reporting to police. The woman eventually left the church. One woman said the actor shoved a pillow into her face one evening in 2003. She was smothered. She could not breathe. She testified that Masterson held her down and, choked her and told her he was going to kill her. Another woman in 2001 claimed he R'd her while she was asleep. Masterson, who was arrested in 2020, said each of the encounters was consensual. That 70s show was still on the air at the time of all 3 alleged attacks. The Church of Scientology told ABC News in October that there's no policy prohibiting or discouraging members from reporting criminal conduct of Scientologists or of anyone to law enforcement. Church policy explicitly demands Scientologists abide by all laws of the land. Masterson was facing 45 years to life in prison if convicted on all charges, and the judge declared a mistrial. Now, we know that that's not true. We know that Scientology tells you that you cannot go to outside. You handle everything in-house, Hey, Leslie. Hey, Kim. All right. See, they left the church, the women, but he is still a member of the church. Was it a coincidence that the jury couldn't reach a verdict? I'm just saying. Yeah, Katie Bug. I watched the Netflix documentary on Scientology too. Lee Remini did it. Hi, Michaela. All right. Missing girl, a new one. Is it me, or do y'all just feel like they're just coming up all the time now? It's like every other day, there's a new one. Hunt for missing teen intensifies. Last known to be meeting accused abusive ex in the park. This was yesterday. A New York teen has been missing for weeks, and police continue the hunt to find her whereabouts, Radar has learned. This is her, out of Schenectady. Samantha Humphrey, 14, was last seen around 11:30 p.m. on November 25th in the area of Riverside Park of Schenectady, New York. She is 4'11", weighs 95 pounds. She was last seen wearing a black and pink puffy jacket, bell-bottom jeans, and tan Timberland boots. Humphrey has not been seen since she went missing. As police continue to scour the area for clues about her disappearance, anyone with information is asked to contact 518-630-0910 911. The victim's mother recently told News Channel 13 that a jacket found near the Mohawk River over the weekend was definitely her daughter's. Police said Humphrey went to the park to meet with a former boyfriend, the TV station reported. The two met near an old railroad bridge. The two also got into a fight the same night the teen went missing. The mom claimed her daughter bit the ex on his arm, the station noted. Friends said the ex had been abusive. Police have not made an arrest in the case. Dive teams searched the river last week, but left without announcing any findings. Something bad may have happened to her. She does not have a phone with her. She's obsessed with her phone, her mom told the outlet. That is her main thing, as is like a lot of teenagers now. Like, she cannot be away from her phone, and she would let somebody know. Like, I don't know where she would have gone with no money, no means of getting any money when she left. There were no altercations here. She has been happy. Y'all, out of Schenectady, New York, 14-year-old missing. Last known was she was meeting up with her ex-boyfriend, who apparently, allegedly, is abusive. 14. Insane. It's like they're, all the time now, constantly. Addicted to art and crime. You live out by Schenectady? And it's not on the news? That's the problem. So many kids and so many teens go missing, and we only hear about, a very tiny portion of them. Not all of them get big and get all the media attention like Kylie's case did. I know, she was 14 years old. You're in an abusive relationship at 14? What in the hell is up with that? Really, Patty? I'm going to have to look into that. Patty said a man named James Curtis Leonard was just arrested for window peeking in Moscow. He has a bandage on his arm and scratches on his face. I'm going to have to look into that. I just heard about her, the missing girl. Yes, I just seen that, and last checked, they still have not listed a charge. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm actually going to read that next. The Idaho police press release they did. All right. Thank you, Sleuthy. Moscow homicide update, December 5th. There have been statements and speculation about this case, victim injuries, cause of death, evidence collection and processing, and investigative techniques. With the active criminal investigation, law enforcement has not released additional facts to the family or the public. We recognize the frustration this causes and that speculation proliferates in the absence of facts. However, we firmly believe speculation and unvetted information is it's hard to read this, disservice to the victims, their families, and our community. The Moscow Police Department is committed to providing information whenever possible, but not at the expense of compromising the investigation and prosecution. Detectives continue investigating what occurred from approximately 9 p.m. on November 12th to 1:45 a.m. on November 13th, when Ethan and Xana were believed to be at the Sigma Chi House on the University of Idaho campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive. Any interactions, contacts, direction and method of travel, or anything abnormal could not or could add context to what occurred. Detectives continue processing and working through more than 2,645 email tips, 2,770 phone tips, and 1,084 digital media submissions. We believe someone has information that will add context to the picture investigators are creating of what occurred that evening. Our focus is the investigation, not the activities. Your information, whether you believe it is significant or not, might be one of the puzzle pieces that help solve these murders. Using tips and leads, investigators have identified an incident involving Kaylee at a local business, which may have been the stalker reference she made to friends and family. In mid-October, 2 males were seen inside a local business. They parted ways, and one male appeared to follow Kaylee inside the business as she exited to walk toward her car. The male turned away, and it did not appear he made any contact with her. Detectives contacted both males and learned the two were attempting to meet women at the business. This was corroborated through additional investigation. Based on available information, detectives believe this was an isolated incident and not an ongoing pattern of stalking. No evidence suggests the 2 males were involved in the murders. Investigators continue looking into information about Kaylee having a stalker. Information about a potential stalker or unusual occurrence should go through the tip line. There have been numerous requests about the dog found at the residence on the morning of November 13th. Arriving officers entered the residence and found the deceased victims. During the search of the home, a dog was found in a room where the crime had not been committed. Officers did not find any evidence on the dog, and there was no indication the animal had entered the crime scene. The dog was taken to Animal Services and released to a responsible person. While the dog was in the house when officers arrived, it has not been determined where the dog was physically located when the murders took place. Well, they didn't enter the crime scene, so does the dog normally be put into the room at night, right? Does it normally be put in that room at night? Or did the killer just pick up the dog and put it in the room? At this time, no suspect has been identified, and only vetted information that does not hinder the investigation will be released to the public. There is speculation without factual backing, stoking community fears, and spreading false information. We encourage referencing official releases for accurate information and update progress. The problem is that the cops came out and said it was a targeted attack. And then they came out and said that it was not a targeted attack. And then they came out and said they believe it was a targeted attack, but they don't know who the target was, whether it was the people or the place. So, I mean, not for nothing. And then you've got Xana's parents, or Xana's mother, who is like, the cops are not talking to me. They are not telling me any information. Like, I'm learning everything on the news, just like everybody else. You know, the dad is not getting any, Kaylee's dad is not getting any information. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so detectives are looking for contacts to the events and people involved in these murders. To assist with the ongoing investigation, any odd or out of the ordinary events that took place should be reported. Our focus is the investigation, not the activities. Your information, whether you believe it significant or not. Okay, tip line 208-883-7180. Investigation timeline. On the evening of November 12th, Kaylee and Madison were at a local bar called Corner Club at 202 North Main Street in downtown Moscow between 10 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. on November 13th. At approximately 1:40 a.m., Kaylee and Madison were seen on video at a local food vendor called the Grub Truck. Investigators have determined that Ethan and Xana were seen at the Sigma Chi House on the University of Idaho campus at 735 Nez Perce Drive at approximately 1:45 a.m. Ethan and Xana are believed to have returned to the residence at 1122 King Road. It was previously reported that Ethan resided at the home. However, it has been determined that he was only visiting, which we all already knew. Detectives believe that on November 12th, the 2 surviving roommates had also been out in the Moscow community separately, but returned home by 1 a.m. on November 13th. The 2 did not wake up until later that morning. On November 13th, the surviving roommates summoned friends to the residence because they believed one of the second floor victims had passed out and was not waking up. At 11:58 a.m., a 911 call requested aid for an unconscious person. The call was made from one of the surviving roommates' cell phones inside the residence. Multiple people talked with the 911 dispatcher before the police arrived at the location. Officers entered the residence and found 2 victims on the second floor and 2 victims on the third floor. Autopsies were conducted on November 17th. The Latah County coroner confirmed the identity of the 4 murdered individuals and their cause and manner of death as homicide by stabbing. The coroner stated the 4 victims were likely asleep, some had defensive wounds, and each was stabbed multiple times. There was no sign of sexual assault. Detectives are seeking all outside surveillance video taken from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Sunday, November 13th, from businesses and residents within the geographical area listed below. Detectives request all available videos, whether there appears to be motion in content or not. Detectives are also seeking additional tips and surveillance video of any unusual behavior on the night of the 12th into the early hours of the 13th, while Kaylee and Madison were in downtown Moscow, and while Ethan and Xana were at the Sigma Chai House. Anyone who observed unusual behavior near these areas or has video surveillance is asked to submit their tips. And then they also came out, there was another piece, is it right here? I think it is. Okay, here we go. Rumor control. Wait a second. Okay. Hold on, let me step over here, see what's going on with you guys. Let me get that off the screen. I'm sorry, I forgot that was even up there. All right, let me get back over here. Okay. Investigators have looked extensively into information received about Kaylee having a stalker. They have pursued hundreds of pieces of information related to this topic, but have not verified or identified a stalker. Anyone with information about a potential stalker or unusual instance is asked to contact the tip line. At this time in the investigation, detectives do not believe the following are involved in this crime: the 2 surviving roommates, the male in the grub truck surveillance video, private party driver who took Kaylee and Madison home, the male Kaylee and Madison called numerous times, Jack, any individual at the residence when 911 was called, or the individual on the lease who moved out of the residence before the school year started. So right from the beginning, I feel like they had already cleared a bunch of these people. They were like, nope, food truck guy's not involved. Nope, the person who drove them home is not involved. Kaylee's ex, nope, he's not involved. The 2 surviving roommates, nope, they're not involved. Any of the friends that were called over to the home, nope, they're not involved. It seems like they just cleared an awful lot of people. And then they come out today talking about how now they're going to have to start, or now they're going to be re-interviewing people that they already cleared. So what does that tell you? It's that they think it's somebody that they've already cleared, because that's what it would say to me. If they said, hey, we got to go back and re-interview the people we cleared, there's a reason they're going back to interview those people. I don't know. I'm just saying. Could be some, I mean, it's so crazy. Additional information related to the investigation. Currently, no suspects are in custody and no weapon has been located. On the night of the incident, officers located a dog at the residence. The dog was unharmed, turned over to animal services, and later released. Local businesses were contacted to determine if a fixed blade knife had been recently purchased. Detectives seized the contents of 3 dumpsters on King Road to locate possible evidence. Governor Brad Little directed up to $1 million in state emergency funds for the ongoing investigation. Throughout the investigation, detectives, we already said what they collected. On November 29th, as part of the ongoing homicide investigation and original search warrant, detectives relocated 5 vehicles from within the police perimeter to a more secure long-term storage location to continue processing evidence. Idaho State Police Forensic Services Crime Lab scientists have worked on this case for weeks and have provided testing and analysis results to the detectives. As they complete additional tests, those results will be provided. To protect the investigation's integrity, specific results will not be released. As detectives move forward with the homicide investigation, a private security company has been contracted to provide scene security to free up patrol resources. The scene remains under police control. Detectives are aware of a 6th person listed on the lease at the residence. They have spoken to this individual and confirmed they moved out prior to the start of school and was not present at the time of the incident. Detectives do not believe this person has any involvement in the murders. Rumor control. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Rumor control. There has been extensive media interest regarding an incident at Taylor Avenue in Banfield on November 13th, 2022 at 3:01 a.m. This incident was an alcohol offense which was addressed by the on-scene officer. This call is not related to the murder investigations. For further details regarding this incident, a Moscow Police Department public records request can be submitted referencing incident number 22, whatever. We have not changed our belief that the murders were a targeted attack. We have not changed our belief that the murders were a targeted attack. In the beginning, again, we believe that somebody was targeted. We don't believe that somebody was targeted. No, we do believe that somebody was targeted. Yeah. There have been media questions about a September 12th, 2022 incident regarding an argument between a group of people walking on the University of Idaho bike path and a cyclist. It was reported that during the confrontation, the cyclist displayed a folding knife. Both parties dispersed and there were no injuries. The cyclist turned himself in to the police. The case was investigated and misdemeanor charges were referred to the Moscow City's attorney's office. There have been media questions regarding a February 2022 death on Baker Street. The Latah County Coroner's Office has confirmed the death was due to an overdose. This case is not related to the ongoing murder investigation. There have been online reports of a red Mustang on South Deacon Street being processed as part of the murder investigation. This information is not accurate and the vehicle is not connected to this incident. I mean, the vehicle was clearly being searched. It was clearly being gone through. Now, I'm not saying it is related, but it was being looked into for something, and that's for sure. The identity of the 911 caller has not been released. There have been numerous media inquiries about a 1999 double stabbing in Pullman, Washington, and the 2021 double stabbing in Salem, Oregon. While these cases share similarities with the King Street homicides, there does not appear to be any evidence to support the cases are related. Detectives are aware of the Latah County Sheriff's Office incident of the report of a skinned dog, but do not believe there's any evidence to support it is related to this incident. Now, I don't get, that's one thing that floors me. There was a skinned dog not far from where they live. Somebody skinned somebody's dog, right? And they don't think that that is related. How can you just assume that that is not related? I would assume, I'd be going with, well, it damn well could be related, right? It's a nut out there with a knife. I mean, I'm just saying, I think that's pretty bonehead. That's a pretty bonehead move to just assume that that's not related. So you got two psychopaths running around? What are the chances of that? You know what I'm saying? Good Lord. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Detectives are also aware of a Moscow police incident of the report of deceased animals left on a resident's property. This was determined to be wildlife activity and not related to the murders. Online reports of the victims being tied and gagged are not accurate. I mean, there was just so much wish-wash with that case. There's so much back and forth with it. that you really don't know what to believe. Yeah, and now this Leonard guy. So gonna have to look into him. I just think, how could you say that those two are not connected? That means, I mean, you're obviously, it takes a psycho to do something like that to an animal. It takes a psycho to do something like that to these 4 people. It happened in the same area. So if you're saying it's not related, then that means you got 2 psychotic nut jobs on the loose in that area. I mean, come on. That's not even being you're not even being realistic with that thinking. I don't get it either. Cops, they say one thing and then they come back on what they say. And, nobody seems to be talking to the parents. I mean, it's so crazy. All right. Next thing. Hold on, let me get rid of that. All right.
And this is the future.
Crap. Hold on a second, everybody.
Of this community. There's going to be 10,000, 15,000 kids that come into this community next year. Are they dumb? So I'm serious.
I had the opportunity to speak to some of my sources, and I've been told that there were differences in the way that the victims were killed. Some were more severe than the other. And this week we heard the target attack walk back and then reverse it back to it being a target attack. What can you tell us about the targeted attack?
They have told us that it was targeted, but they told us they can't tell who. We asked specifically, and they said, we'll try to get that information to you. And they got back to us a day or so later, and they said, we're sorry, we can't give you that information. But then a day later, we saw in the news that it was not targeted, or they think the whole house was targeted. But
I'll cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Their means of death don't match.
Maddie's
They don't.
and Kaylee's cause of death, it does not match based on the autopsy report.
They don't match.
Would indicate that one of them.
He doesn't have to
may
go
have
up the
been targeted.
steps. Let's stop playing games, guys. I need somebody to step up and be an alpha. Be somebody to be a leader. Don't make me do it. I don't want to do it. He doesn't have to go up the steps. Their points of damage don't match. I'm just going to say it wasn't leaked to me. I earned that. I paid for that funeral. I paid for that. It's my right. You ain't taking that from me.
calm down.
If you don't want to say nothing, that's your bet. But don't say I'm leaking anything. I paid that bill. Sent my daughter to college to get an education. She came back in the box, and I can speak on that.
I was also told from sources that are closer to the.
These are people.
I mean, that is ridiculous. I would be so pissed off. I mean, I would be just like that dad is. I'd be mad as hell. Seriously, like I need some answers, right? He's right. He sent his daughter to college to get an education and she came home in a freaking box. That is terrible. And nobody's telling him anything. I mean, I would be all over everybody. You know what? You don't have, this is my child. And you're going to tell me that you can't tell me what happened, that you can't give me. No, I don't think so. I mean, that's crazy. after all this time, you know? I mean, for them to be like that with the parents is just, no, that's ridiculous. I mean, I might be living at the police station if that was me. Yeah, they don't get any updates. Poor Xana's mom, she was crying, freaking out. She's like, the cops will not tell me anything. She's like, everything I get, I learn from the TV and the news. Like, can you imagine hearing about it on the news like everybody else, and it's your child? I mean, you know, we can say the things we want to say, but at the end of the day, there's nothing like losing a child. All right, let me keep this going. I'm going to ask everybody, please hit that thumbs up. Please sub to the channel. Please consider joining the family. Okay, now you want to laugh? Let's laugh. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Watch as a couple tries to fill their Tesla tires with propane. Oh, shit.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
What are you doing with that?
We're trying to figure out how to put gas in the car. I'm sorry, not gas, but in the tire. Can you help me instead of taking video?
You know what that is?
No. What is it?
That's propane.
Oh, shit. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
Where is the gas? Oh, it's air water down there. Sorry. Well, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah. I thought you were trying to blow the...
They were like, I thought it was air. Fixing to put propane in your tires. Oh, Lord. That is too funny. All right. Wily woman accused of sexually teeing. You guys know what I'm saying. Teeing an 8-year-old.
A North Texas woman is behind bars accused of trafficking a child.
Police say she was with an 8-year-old at multiple explicit photo shoots, and this case is tied to a much bigger federal case involving a photographer. Fox 4 Stephen Dial live tonight in Dallas with the story. Stephen.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the North Texas mother is charged with human trafficking of a child, and she's tied to a photographer who allegedly took sexual photos of children across the country and sold them on social media. A Dallas police investigation led to the arrest of 39-year-old Stacy Lee Jurek of Wiley. The charge, human trafficking involving a child. Court documents show investigators believe that crimes happened between October last year and this March, and is connected to a much larger investigation involving a photographer named Grant Durtsky. In August of 2021, a man in Louisiana told FBI agents his 13-year-old stepdaughter was the victim of a child pornography scheme. He told the FBI his mother paid Durtsky to help her daughter's modeling career, and they held photo shoots, including one in Plano in 2020, where the victim said Durtsky got, quote, handsy, and another at an Airbnb rental near Dallas, where Durtsky, the victim, and the victim's mother stayed together. Federal prosecutors say Durtsky was using the photos he took of his victims, advertising them on Instagram, then selling them to pedophiles using PayPal. Court documents show he had an Instagram account called @TimelessNTX. That account and others tied to him have since been removed from the platform. He entered a plea of not guilty. And that's led us to this North Texas case and the arrest of Stacy Jurek. Police say she was present for photo shoots with an 8-year-old victim in Denton. That victim was discovered through the FBI investigation, and agents handed over video from January to Dallas police. Court documents say the video showed Jerksky taking photos of the child in, quote, numerous poses that focused on displaying the buttocks and breast area. The video showed Jurek assisting by adjusting, quote, the backstrap of clothes worn by the juvenile. In February, police say Jurek, the juvenile, and Dursky had a photo shoot at a rented studio near downtown Dallas. We reached out to the studio and they told us when clients book the space, they must agree to terms prohibiting sexual activity. The business also told Fox 4 when asked what kind of shoot it was, Dursky allegedly told them it was, quote, a fashion shoot. And again, this is alleged crimes in multiple states around the country. We reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office in New Orleans. We're awaiting their comment. We also reached out to Meta. That's the parent company for Instagram. We are still awaiting their comment. FBI Dallas was involved in this. They referred us to FBI in New Orleans. FBI New Orleans punted it to the U.S. Attorney Office in New Orleans. So a lot of requests for comments, and hopefully we'll get some.
I mean, isn't that insane? Right on Instagram. I mean, that shit. And Meta owns Instagram. Meta owns Facebook. Don't tell me that there's not some dark shit going on there. Do not, I mean, if you don't, I mean, that's so crazy. That's so insane. That's so insane. Sick. Just sick. And what I wanted to say is if you go on SF's website, his photography website, there is a picture of a little girl. She is probably 5 years old and she is butt naked. Totally naked. You can see her butt, you can see her chest. And it's okay because he calls calls it art. It's disgusting. But why is that shit allowed? They're allowed, that's not normal. It is not normal at all. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's crazy. And he should have to take that down. Like, I can't even believe it's okay for him to have a picture of a naked 5-year-old girl on his website because it's, and call it art. So it's okay. No, that's sick. That is sick. He is sick. People who do that are sick. That's just all there is to it. Disgusting. But I mean, I can't believe that it's allowed to be up there. Spun One, you're talking about that picture on that site that people are saying is Kylie. I don't think that's Kylie. I have looked at that picture. I've studied that picture. I do not think that is Kylie at all. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. Yeah, exactly. CY Kyle. I have to watch what I say, and I have to be censored. I have to watch what I say, but he can have pictures like that on there. It's crap. It's Stephen Fisher Photography is the name of the site. Yeah. And there's multiple pictures of that little girl on there. Like, I have no idea who it is or why or who their parents are or why they think that is okay. Katie Bug, we were just talking about SF and how he has pictures. He has a picture of a naked 5-year-old little girl on his photography website. And it's okay because they call it art. And then we were talking about Kylie, because there's a lot of people that think that picture of the blonde girl sitting on the train is Kylie. I personally, I don't think it is, but there's a lot of people that do think that it is. Yes, SF investigates. That's who we're talking about. Yeah. And I can't believe that he's allowed to have that up there. Like, and you know, I mean, can't you demand for that to be taken down or something? I mean, it could be. It could be. You know what? I'm going to pull that picture up and hold on a second. I think this is it. Hold on. No, that's not it. Crap. Lassie, are you still in here? Do you have a link to that? To his photography thing? I had it saved on here and now it's gone. Hold on. I want to pull it up so you guys can see it. I know I had it saved on here and it's gone. I cannot find it. Okay. Well, I'll have to wait. I'll have to hold on. Let me I don't think any of my mods are in here. I don't know where Sugar went. But if anybody can get the link to that, to his website, and drop it in the chat, please. Hey, Sugar, can you get the link to SF's photography page? It's Stephen Fisher Photography, but it's not coming up on here. Because I want to show you guys that picture that a lot of people are saying is Kylie. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to pull something else up. Did you see that? That freaking car was going to hit that child. If that crossing guard had not, that kid would have been dead. That guy totally saved her life. Now, how cool is that? That is a happy video, isn't it? Even though you got to think about some douchebag driving through like that, trying to hit that child. That was crazy. Like, oh, you got it, Sugar? Awesome. Thank you. Let me. Oh, shit. I got to go over here. Hold on a second. Sorry, I gotta go in here to get the link. It won't let me just click on it over there. Okay. Oh, no, that's not it, sugar. Nope, that's not it. I'll find it. I'll have to, hold on. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up his thing. I got to find it. I think it's Fischer, right? I don't know why it's, oh my God, I don't know why I can't freaking find it. Yeah. There's a lot of Stephen Fisher like photography places, and none of them are his. I can't find it. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't find that freaking site. And I've looked. And no, I don't think anybody can find it. But yeah, anyway, there's a picture of this girl. She's got long blonde hair. She's got a lot of makeup on her face. Yeah, I know, sugar. I just tried typing it in. But she's got, and she looks strong, like doped up. And a lot of people think that that is Kylie. And you guys, I want to know what you guys think, but yeah, but I just don't want to go on to another, you know what I'm saying? So I'll have to wait for that. But yeah, that crossing guard saved that little girl's life. Sure did. I can't, what a douche though, the driver was. All right. Syracuse, right here in New York, Syracuse baby who died had 23 times the amount of fentanyl that would kill an adult. A Syracuse baby who died after ingesting fentanyl had 23 times the amount that would kill an adult. Liam Suave died May 9th after ingesting fentanyl, according to court papers and prosecutors. His mother, Elizabeth Suave, 31, and her boyfriend, whatever, were charged with second-degree manslaughter. A state child fatality report obtained by Syracuse.com, the Post-Standard, reveals that the amount of fentanyl ingested by Liam was 23 times the amount that's fatal for an adult, let alone an 11-month-old baby. Liam had 69 nanograms per milliliter of fentanyl in his blood when he died, a medical examiner told Onondaga County Child Protective Services. 3 nanograms per milliliter would be fatal to an adult. 3 nanograms per milliliter would be fatal for an adult. The baby had 69 nanograms per milliliter. The amount of fentanyl in Liam's blood was extremely high, according to the medical examiner. Liam had to have either inhaled copious amounts of fentanyl or been covered in fentanyl or in contact with it for many hours. With such high amounts of fentanyl, Liam most likely went into cardiac arrest within minutes of consumption. Law enforcement officials interviewed Suave and her boyfriend and determined they were giving Liam fentanyl to calm him down. The guy was on probation at the time of Liam's death and had tested positive for fentanyl during his addiction counseling treatment, according to the report. Suave tested positive for benzos 2 weeks before Liam's death when she gave birth to a baby fathered by him, social workers said in the report. Liam's siblings, 2 weeks old at the time of Liam's death, was placed with Elizabeth Suave's mother, according to the report. Both parents are allowed to have supervised visits with the baby. Now, somebody explain that shit to me. Explain to me how that is even possible. The State Office of Children and Family Services noted in its report that after the birth of Liam's sibling and after Liam's death, social workers failed to meet all required actions for the investigations. After the baby's birth, the social workers did not ensure the guy and Suave had a safe sleeping arrangement for the children as required. In a visit to the home, social workers saw the baby sleeping in a swing, an unsafe sleep environment, according to the report. It was unclear to the state if the unsafe sleeping arrangement was addressed because social workers did not mention addressing it in their reports. Local social workers failed to check on the safety of the baby 30 days after Liam's death, as required by the state office. The county failed to report Liam's death in the required time, the state said. The report was required to be made within 30 days, state officials said. However, it was submitted on August 17th, 3 months after Liam's death. Also, other people named in the report alleging child abuse and neglect were involved in Liam's death were only notified on June 6th of the death. Isn't that insane? My God. You know what's crazy is there's so many parents in the world. There's so many people in the world that want children and can't have them. Right? And then there's assholes like this lady who has these beautiful children. And then, they kill them. It's so crazy to me. Oh, okay. CY, let me go check that. Thank you. Sorry, I'm pulling this up for you guys. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not right. It's not right at all. All right, let me pull up this picture. You guys tell me what you think. Now, a lot of people think that is Kylie. I don't know. I think the cheekbones are different. I mean, that's what I think. I don't think the nose is the same either, but what do you guys think? Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Namastella. Oh, come on. All right, let me zoom in for you. Of course. Hold on. All right, now I got to do this. It won't let me. Hold on. I got to go out for a second. The only way I can do that is if I freaking it'll only let me do that if I download it. So give me 1 second. All right. Okay, now let me pull it up for you guys. Sorry, my thing is not, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I saw there was a lot of people saying that was her. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up. All right. Let me share my screen with y'all. Hold on, I'm going to make it bigger because that's even hard to see. All right, that's as close as it'll let me zoom in. Yeah, it won't let me zoom in anymore. There we go. That's better. So what do you guys think? I don't think it looks like her. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of the photos that are on his that I don't understand at all. Like I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. It's kind of crazy. All right, so let me get out of that. Thank you for sending that to me, CY Kyle. Let me get out of my stuff here. Let me close all these out. My internet's shitty. Okay, and then I want to show you guys also that video of Jaggers that I couldn't show you the other day. So I'm going to pull that up. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Let's look at that video of Jaggers, shall we? I can't play the music because, you know. Why spill blood if not for the pleasure of it? Because men do not fear swords. They fear monsters. They run from them. Sometimes the world no longer needs a hero. Sometimes what it needs is a monster. What do you guys make of that? I just think that kid has some deep-seated issues for sure. And why say that and take a picture of your car with it all messed up in the front? It could be, Ashley. It could be. Yeah, that's Jesse Lynn. That's on Jagger's Instagram. There's something for real wrong with him. Okay, had to close that out. Yeah, I think he gets a kick. I do too. I think a lot of it he does for attention, just to keep people interested, you know? Oh, bye now, Stella. He is definitely, yeah, I mean, oh, and let's not forget to mention that Nick came out with his GPS coordinates to prove that he was at Boca and when he was at Boca. So, for everybody that, said that he was lying and that he was not there and he was just a ploy, I don't know. He's got the information right there. And I said that not for nothing, but I honestly thought he seemed very trustworthy. Like, he didn't seem like he was trying to be deceitful. He didn't seem like he was trying to lie or just to get attention. But yeah, he finally came out with the information. Now, if only we could get our hands on that frickin' videotape. And I just want to say, for the record, I am so glad that I do not get involved in any of this online drama that is happening between YouTubers right now. It is crazy. I am so glad I didn't get involved. And I'm so glad that I steered clear of a certain person and their PI. If you guys know what I'm saying. Never trusted the guy, just had a bad feeling, and turns out it was the right decision. But I mean, that is honestly, it's all I see when I go on YouTube. It's just, craziness, drama, bullshit. Well, I mean, GOP Nick, the one thing it did prove that he was there that Saturday at that time at Boca. So the people that were saying he wasn't, yep, hoping for answers. Me too. Knew he was sketchy. You could just, I don't know, it's just a feeling that I got. But I do feel bad because a lot of people that wanted money for justice for Kylie, a lot of people got played because they thought they were doing the right thing. They thought they were helping. And that is not right at all. Oh, thank you, Barbara. SF said the professional model is Helena Schroeder. Yeah, people do, but you know what? I can say my piece on it, and that is it. Like, I'm not getting involved. I'm staying far. Listen, it's not my thing. I'm not here for drama. I'm not here to join in on all that nonsense. Now look what all that has done. Now it's got people going at each other's throats instead of doing what we are supposed to be doing. So, Well, You know what? When and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Chad. Okay. I had never heard of this person's channel before. And then when he was like, he was like, okay, so I started this GoFundMe to raise money to hire this PI. We're going to need between $5,000 and $10,000. And I was like, okay, something is way off here. I don't think this is right. Like something just felt off to me. All right. And then when he came out with his first video, with information from the PI, and the first information was that Samantha Smith is 18 years old, that she doesn't have a driver's license, yada yada yada. I was like, this guy, that's it. That's the information that came from this PI, that you needed to raise $5,000 to $10,000 to. That's what they came back with. Shit that we could have found out on our own. You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, I was done. I did not watch one more video because I knew something was wrong there. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm not telling anybody to think anything. Everybody think for yourself. But I do feel bad that a lot of people did donate a lot of money, and he, went and did what he did. I didn't understand Nick's GPS info. A blue line ran through Boca, but didn't show the spot where he claims to have seen Kylie. Oh, see why Kyle said, oh, wait, she popped up on Facebook, but doesn't look like the same person. Ashley, it doesn't look like Helena to me. Oh, Namastella, you're good. Talking about the drama that's going on with certain people right now on YouTube. Yeah, see why I know. I couldn't take it. That's what it was like. It was like he was a salesman trying to sell you something. Yeah, some people think the GPS is sus. I don't know, but it's not my thing. I don't watch it. So you guys, if you find anything interesting, let me know. I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did leave one comment on one post that she made, and I was just like, you don't even, why even bother? Why even offer a response? Honestly, like, you're just giving him what he wants. But I think that's a big problem here, I think there is a lot of nonsense, and there is a lot of unnecessary drama that gets caused, and people let it, they get entangled with it, and then, everybody's attacking each other. It's like, wow, that's insane. Like Chad said, he goes, if everybody just minded their own business, made their own videos, made their own content, you put your information out there, you make your video, you put it out there, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of all this is crazy. But I have noticed, I mean, I don't, GOP Nick, what do you even get for that though? Like, does anything even come of that? Like, can you get forced to give back the money, or how does that work? Exactly, Namastella. That's it. I know, I felt the same way, but to each their own. I'm not here to judge, You know, I don't care what other creators are doing. I'm just saying that it's a lot of unnecessary drama, and they're all getting entangled with it. That's what I'm saying. And that's not me. I'm glad I'm not involved. All right, but it's not an act. And I thought that too. Like, not for nothing, but when he said the name was Screw GoFundMe, I was like, is this some kind of scam? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would you even pick that? Like, no, that's so odd to me. Yes, exactly, Len. Exactly. All right, you guys. Well, I mean, we covered a lot. So, and if you guys didn't see my video, so every Monday, I'm going to do the Kylie Rodney story. I did my first video on Monday. And then every Monday I'm going to put out another video until we finish the story, So I would love it if you guys would go and watch that video, give it some love, give it some thumbs up, and leave some comments in the video, and because that will push me back into the algorithm. So that would be awesome if you guys would do that. But yeah, with all the new facts we've learned and everything that we have learned throughout the case will be in the whole entire video. So it is the Kylie Rodney story, part 1. I have completed, and I will release a new one every Monday. So you guys keep an eye out for that. I will do my Sunday chats. So Monday will be the Kylie Rodney story. Those videos will come out Mondays. Sundays will be my coffee and chat videos. And then I think I'm going to stream. I'll do a live on Friday, and then I will put another video out during the week. So I'm going to have a schedule. I'm going to set a schedule, and then that way, you know, everybody will know when I am on. Everybody will know when to expect me, and you know, that'll be awesome. And then I will still do my members only lives once a month. I have a members only live. So if you guys want to be able to watch those, go ahead and join the family. We'd love to have you. So yeah, I have a lot planned, and I will release the schedule. I will release my full final schedule tomorrow. Okay, so you guys look for that. I will post it in my community section. So I want to thank you guys for being here. Please hit that thumbs up. Please sub to the channel if you have not already. You want to join the channel, anybody who wants to donate, links are all down in the description below. I hope you guys are all ready for the holidays. You know, and hopefully we can just keep spreading the light. So I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions and keep spreading that light. Bye, you guys. And please comment after. I'm sorry. Please comment and please share. Thank you. Bye.